back from the break. Mattyvison.com. Thank you, former Yankees pitcher Mike Mussina, giving us a report on the spring training this year. Very good insight. This is another episode of the Sports Report with the Dr. Tim Dugan and the Honorable Muggsy. Bang the gavel. Here come the judge. Here come the judge. Muggsy going to talk some local sports. Take it away, Muggs.
Okay, Thursday, February 9th, 2012. Where has the time gone anymore?
You look like you went to sleep in 2011 and woke up in 2012 with that facial hair.
Okay. Anyway, we're going to start with some wrestling, the grapplers today. The district duels took place over the past weekend.
And Chris Jericho attacked CM Punk.
He did.
Yeah.
Different wrestling?
Yeah, different wrestling, yeah. Okay. We don't, this is the actual wrestling where they score points.
Oh.
Yeah, anyway, it was a Lackawanna League sweep in the two duels, the AA and AAA. Western Wayne wins the AA title. Delaware Valley wins the AAA title. The AA, Western Wayne, wrestles Lake Lehman in the final. A 34-34 after 14 bouts were contested, so they have to go to a criteria in wrestling. They go down to about the middle of the criteria. They list the A through P, if you could believe that. That many number of criterias. And it came down, I think, criteria H. Western Wayne wins on most first points scored. The first point scored in a match, whether it's a takedown, reversal, escape. Western Wayne wins that. They win the criteria, get the bonus point for 35-34 official victory in the books. And they're going right now. Both teams are in Hershey right now for the duels. They start today. Western Wayne wrestling District 9 champion Du Bois area.
Du Bois.
Du Bois.
Wow.
Iowa.
Iowa?
No, I screwed that up. They're wrestling Bedford.
Bedford.
District 5. Delaware Valley's wrestling Du Bois area.
Okay.
I don't know why how did I just screw that up?
You got it right. You got it right.
A lot of pressure on you.
Tell you, that's our
today,
first one in 375 episodes of a mistake, so cheers to Muggs.
Anyway, they get Bedford out of District 5. They win that. They get either Burrell out of District 7 or Penn Argyl out of District 11.
Bedford Stye, do or die.
Yeah, Bethlehem Catholic out of the Lehigh Valley, the defending champion, the AA bracket. Well, Delaware Valley, they were about as dominant as you could possibly be in their three duels. Listen to these scores. Hazleton area 58-9 out of 14 bouts.
Wow.
Wyoming Valley West out of 14 bouts 50-4. And then Coughlin in the district final 46-15.
Wow.
Now, that would be impressive, except it is impressive, but when they get down there, when they're in Hershey, they're going to have some tough national ranked competition. Let's see, they wrestle Du Bois area as I screw that up, and then they get either Canaan McMillan, which is a top 10 national ranked wrestling team, or Parkland in the next round. And even if they get through that match, then Central Dolphin is awaiting the defending champion who's won about 100 meets in a row. So, but good luck to, and it's not a knock. That's not a knock on our teams. Good luck to Western Wayne. Good luck to Delaware Valley. But the
this is when the competition starts getting thick, right?
The cream rises to the top. We'll just say. And Delaware Valley, if they do get a chance at Canaan McMillan, they will have a chance to avenge a loss last year in the same duels, 42-23, when they went down there to Hershey for the duels.
Sounds like a law office, Canaan McMillan.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah,
You use that one a lot.
You can represent the law firm.
I don't want to be in contempt. I'm just saying
No,
it sounded like a
you're
law
good.
office.
You're good.
Yes,
You're
sir.
good.
Thank you. Thank
You
you.
waited till I was done.
Thank you, Joe.
I'm gonna talk. How about we talk some basketball now?
How about it?
What else is new? What else don't we talk about anymore? The nitty gritty in the second half now.
Dun, dun, dun.
And the boys could not be any more complicated right now.
Boys do have a tendency to be complicated.
Especially at that age.
Yeah, at that age, boys
That
are
age.
not very distinguished or on the right path like the young girls are. They're really got their. Yeah, I don't know where I was headed with that.
No.
You got it.
Sorry.
You objected. That's okay. You could just say I object.
Okay.
Anyway, Division One, Delaware Valley and Scranton are tied with 4-1 records in the second half. After Scranton got a gritty, if you could say that, 48-45 win in overtime over Delaware Valley on Tuesday without their top two starters, Terry Turner and Carlon Quiller. That's a tough break. Quiller likely done for the rest of the year, and Turner has been on the shelf with an illness the past few weeks. He hasn't been cleared to return yet, but all signs are pointing to them playing a second half championship game, and for Scranton it would be for the all season since they won the first half. And then we get Division 2 and Division 3 where we have a whole mess up. We could have a whole mess up of circumstances here. In Division 2, we got Riverside, who's 5-0, and you got Holy Cross and Dunmore, one game back at 4-1. At the big game coming up tomorrow night, Riverside and Holy Cross, the rematch of that excellent game at Riverside a few weeks back when Jerry Kitzel was scoring about every time he touched the ball, but Holy Cross ended up getting the victory to win that first half. So if Riverside wins that game, they're gonna win. They're probably gonna win the second half, and then get a the third game winner take all with Holy Cross for the all season.
Who do you like?
I don't know. I think. Well, if this game was at Holy Cross, I would say Holy Cross because of the gym. But I think they're moving this game to Marywood University, where they move a lot of their big games.
No neutral court advantage for Riverside, probably.
Yeah, it's not neutral since they both played there a few number of times already. And you also can't count out Dunmore if Holy Cross should get the win. Then you could have a three-way tie in Division 2, and you have the three-way tiebreaker just for the second half.
Yeah.
And then same thing could happen in Division 3. We got Lakeland with a 5-0 record, and Lackawanna Trail and Montrose with 4-1 records. And the game will be afoot on Valentine's night, Montrose and Lakeland. At Lakeland, then like I said, if Lakeland wins and they win the second half, Montrose wins, then we could have another three-way playoff. I mean, Lackawanna Trail's got Blue Ridge and Susquehanna, and all they need is Stephen Miller when he's 7'1". Then again,
Abracadabra.
7'1" didn't really count for North Carolina last night with Zeller.
Oh. Carolina fans.
No,
taking a jab at him.
I'm just saying. I'm not just saying. Get your hands up. Get your hands up at the end of the game.
I agree. Of course, he was going to shoot her, right?
Yeah. And the girls, it's a little more. I'm not saying. It's a little more easier to project. Scranton Prep is Division 1 leading 5-0. Abington 4-1. Scranton Prep just has to win their last two games to win the second half, and then they'll get another matchup with Abington. Like I've been saying, I think it's gonna come to a head. I think it's just those two just love to play one another.
Yeah, it seemed headed that way.
Whether it's football, basketball, those two always like to play each other. I remember one time somebody went out the field during a Scranton Prep Abington game and did something he wasn't supposed to be doing. If you remember that about 10 years ago, you know what I'm talking about.
He was picking his nose?
No.
No?
No, let's just say...
He was walking down the wrong way of the road.
He
He
was
was
jaywalking.
With a certain piece of clothing off.
He was streaking through the quad! He was streaking through the quad!
That's like the Welsh rugby, isn't it? Don't they do that?
Yeah.
Oh, hey!
Rugby sevens this
Olay.
weekend.
Rugby sevens this weekend.
The international flavor.
Mr. Bird James will be
Six
busy.
Nations.
Six Nations.
Six Nations.
Scotland.
Nations.
If it's
Yes.
Six Nations, why do they call it seven?
Rugby, because there's 7 players on a rugby team, right?
Ah.
In that format.
There's all different kinds of formats, yes.
Yeah.
We're rooting for Wales. We're fans of Wales here at Matty.
Connie Priya.
Well, there's
That's
the
why we got-
national team, so it's
Yeah,
Wales.
that's why we got the Mad Matty
Yes.
Moose.
Yes.
Anyway,
Wales.
getting back to what I was saying.
Save the whales.
Division 2, Dunmore girls won the first half and they have a clear sailing to winning the second half. All they have to do is beat Valley View and Western Wayne their next 2 games, and they'll be the all-season champs. The only team that really controls their destiny, at least to the all-season. I wouldn't want to say that. Division III, Lakeland and Montrose both share it with 5-0 records, and Monday night, they will be playing at Montrose for the second half there. If Montrose wins that, they win the all-season. Lakeland wins, then it's 1-game winner-take-all, most likely for the all-season. So, Dugan, you want to object with something here real quick?
I don't want to object. I want to interject.
Interject. Why do you interject?
Wow, Petey pronunciation here. Lenny language skills. You're actually going to talk for the first time.
Yeah, we got it.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
May I interject?
Doctor.
Yes.
All right, we got St. Paul's girls. Last week won the.
Big fan of the St. Paul's.
They won the Gallagher tournament, which is hosted by Scranton Prep. They won all 3 games they played. Over Wyoming area Catholic. They beat West Scranton, and they also beat the Good Shepherd Academy. Having a great year, 23-2 on the year. It looks like they're heading back to a chance for states again. So
yeah, it seems like they're always in states.
Yeah, they always are. They got that great coaching. I know the coach is watching this, John, right here. And of course, great coaching and outstanding young athletes is what they are. So we're gonna hope to maybe get the coach and player on the show. So good luck to you guys. Keep it up. And
when do they play their state? When do they next play?
I'm not sure when the next play. I know it's in February though. So
we're in February.
I know that's what I'm saying. I know it's in this month.
Okay. All right.
That's all I got. That's all you got, buddy. What do you think?
Bugsy, anything to
No,
add?
that's it, man. You guys. I guess that bangs the gavel.
Gang the gavel.
I think we're gonna take a small break. You got some small Super Bowl recap to talk about here.
A little gossip. Nothing.
A little gossip. I can't catch the ball and throw the ball at the same time. Mein Führer! Yes.
That sounds exactly like Giselle.
I do. I'm kind of sexy like her too. I'm sexy and I know it. We'll be back, kids.
I'm dancing in the back.
Yes, and man, we are flowing here at Mattyvison.com Sports Report on February 8th.
9th.
9. Let's talk Germans. Let's talk Giselle. Take it away, Doctor.
Germans. Of course, now that the Super Bowl's over,
we're not going to talk about the game.
We won't talk about the actual game. We'll talk about the gossip.
Why? Because I predicted the Giants would win?
And I predicted everything that was going to happen in that game. Manningham would be the unsung hero. Manning would have had one more
Manningham
bullet.
caught first down.
Yeah, but he was the unsung hero, like I said. Eli had one more bullet than Brady.
Okay, you were right.
What do you expect, Tom Brady to throw the ball and catch the ball and tackle the other quarterback, Manning?
Wes Welker catches that ball, game's over. A lot of things, of course, as they've happened for the Giants, went their way again.
Destiny, I believe.
The ball bounced in their direction.
Destiny is what
Giselle
DJ
wasn't
Bugsy
happy
said.
about it, was she, Muggs?
No, she wasn't.
Apparently, she was getting heckled by a few Giants fans. Probably had a couple
it's all
adult
over the
beverages.
Radio, yeah.
And
who's getting more heat, Giselle or Gronk for the Super Bowl party afterwards?
Of course, we got Rob Gronk playing on what appeared to be a broken ankle. I don't know. He didn't look too injured when he was dancing with those moves.
I just don't understand it.
He's got the moves like Jagger.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that? You just lost the Super Bowl.
I think. Look, what is he gonna do? Go home and how many Patriots fan went out partying after? Whatever. It is.
You don't have to. Don't get yourself caught on video.
No.
You could have just made an appearance. You didn't have to.
Well, I don't think he knew. He was he's 20. What's he? 23 years
but
old.
It's the 21st, 22nd century. You know, people have their little cell phone cameras.
Yeah, you can't go anywhere without being taped. So
you gotta common sense, you ninny.
What do you expect from a New England Patriot? I'm telling you.
I expect higher of a Patriot.
You do you? I don't. They're Patriots. What you know? It is what they are.
but
Their
that's-
coach doesn't even know how to dress up for a game.
Yeah, but I heard Giselle may be the next general
Yeah,
manager.
coach. I didn't realize that
the
Muggsy's in his
Patriots.
Bill Belichick Halloween costume.
Yes, he's got it.
Look at that. Yeah, his Bill Belichick Halloween.
Mugs a check.
Yeah, Muggsy's. Yes. Yes, look at Tom Brady. You married the supermodel, and God doesn't give you the trophy wife and the trophy, so you got your trophy wife. That's it. Move on. You're not going to win another Super Bowl. You stink, Brady. Can I say that?
Yeah.
I'm a broadcaster.
You
I'm
can
supposed
say
to
that.
Be,
Impartial.
Yeah.
But that was a partial
yeah,
statement.
but Counter Girl ain't listening. Sorry.
Counter girl
It's
will.
okay.
Counter girl will give you a lashing for talking about Tom Brady in that fashion. What else, Muggs? What do you think?
Peyton Manning.
Pey-
What's going on?
Well, Peyton became a story in itself. Now the doctors have cleared him
You
to
did.
the doc. Not exactly me. I'm not a medical professional.
Oh, you're
Not
People
certified.
versus Dr. Dre. People
Not
versus Dr.
certified
Pepper.
by any. I have no accreditations to be a doctor.
Okay.
But I do play one on the show.
Okay.
But Peyton Manning specific doctors have cleared him to.
Return, get
Football
back,
activity.
get back. Yeah.
Now, what does that mean from there?
He's got 30 days before the D-Day. March 8th is the D-Day, the deadline where the Colts have to pay him the $28 million if he's still on the roster.
So does this become a case of where he's already on another team because the Colts don't want to pay him because they feel he's injured, or does he just stay a Colt? What's that? What does this all mean?
Well, they're probably gonna cut him. You would think
Yeah.
because there's no.
Peyton Manning.
Yeah, there's no way they're gonna pass up. I'm not saying I agree, but there's no way they're gonna pass up on drafting Andrew Luck
And then pay Peyton $28
and then
million.
give him $28 million. Unabomber's right.
Yeah,
Like,
but they did the same with Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre, didn't they? In the Packers, and Rodgers sat under him, and.
But that was
It was a bit of a
different.
different situation.
There was no contract incentive for Brett Favre by them. The later in his career, Favre was making less, or
Okay.
not making less, but besides, Brett Favre was making more money from Wrangler than he was for playing football.
Okay.
They did Wrangler.
No offense.
Yeah.
No offense. No offense to any Wrangler wearers out there.
I'm not a Wrangler. I'm a Levi man. Always
too.
been a Levi man.
Me too.
That's it.
You're old school.
Yeah, it's old
But,
school.
so I don't know. I think Peyton Manning's going to be traded by.
Where's he gonna go? Who's gonna take the gamble?
Well, they're talking about the Redskins. They're talking about the Dolphins.
Joe Theismann said, "I don't want another stopgap quarterback. I don't want another McNabb."
Joe Theismann.
That was a good impersonation, he said.
That was like Joe Theismann. You know who I think would be a perfect team for him to go to is the Texans. They already have good defense. Matt Schaub's probably still going to be out with his little foot injury, at least in the training camp.
I'm thinking the Cardinals because you got a all-pro wide receiver already in Fitzgerald.
Mm-hmm.
You can make those other receivers somewhat decent.
Yeah, I mean, anywhere he goes, I think a team would be crazy not to want him if you don't have, Rodgers, Brady,
What's
or Eli, or Breeze.
Crazy.
What team would want him? For a couple of years. Who? You're telling me.
The Raiders.
You don't even have to have an offensive coordinator. He could be your offensive coordinator. on the
Who
field.
doesn't want him? The Packers.
And as you said
Packers
earlier in
all
the
want
year,
him. Yes.
you predicted that Peyton Manning should be the MVP because the Colts were going to have the worst record.
Yeah, I did.
And you said that preseason, and you were absolutely
Yes, I
correct.
did. I've never seen one person affect the team as much as he did when he left. What a collapse! It's almost as if they did it on purpose.
Yeah, I know
mean,
you're right.
You can't lose that bad with losing only that guy.
Yeah. I mean, he was the nucleus, obviously, but you would think that they would still have at least some success because they're a perennial, playoff team. So, and that wasn't the case. Poor Peyton. We'll see where he goes. He wants to be in Indy, but I don't see it happening.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm thinking that your camera girl and your cameraman are having a little extracurricular activity here. I was paid.
The camera people.
They do
you pay
dance well,
attention to
though.
that.
They do dance well. Anything
do.
else for us, Doctor?
That's all we got. That's all I got.
All right,
You
the
got
judge
anything?
banged the gavel. I guess the doctor is signing the release form on this sports report for February 9th, 2012.
Nice.
We'll see you next week with former twin Kent Herback, I think, next week. But coming up after the break from the Cactus League, we'll talk to Barry Bonds himself. You're watching Mattyvison.com. We dream big.
Drive Mugs.